Alright, so I'm going to answer some more of you guys' questions here in this video. Got a lot of good questions in the comment section of my last question and answer video, so I thought I'd follow up with answering some more of the good questions I got recently. Okay, so the first question I'm going to touch on is someone asked about how easy has it been for me to find temporary work while on the road. As most of you know that watch my channel, I have been pursuing strictly work camping jobs. Although since I've been here at Adventureland, the first month of Adventureland's opening in May, they're only open on the weekends. So I'm actually only working for the first month 1 day a week. I've been working Sundays, and people are asking about the rides that I'm operating. The way they do this, the scheduling, I'll be on a new ride every week. So within a few months in, I'll have probably operated every ride in the park. So that makes the job interesting. It's actually, they say a lot of it is for safety. If you get too used to doing the same ride over and over, you can get careless and make some mistakes. So they don't want you to be totally bored out of your mind and experiencing something new. And it helps if case somebody calls in sick, you're able to know how to operate more than one ride. Okay, and another question I got about temporary work. Someone was asking if I had any experience finding temporary work. Because this first month at Adventureland, I'm only working 1 day a week on the weekends. During the week, I've actually this week have pursued temporary work. A few of my friends here, my friend next to me, Teresa, and my friend Charlie, they were doing labor ready a couple weeks before me, and I decided to start it this week. So all week, Monday through Friday, I'm doing a labor ready job. Labor Ready is a nationwide temp day labor organization. So you apply, go into the office, they let you know if the job's available. There's a ton of jobs here in Iowa, so you can kind of pick and choose. We got put on a job at Family Dollar doing a reset, so it was basically installing shelving and then restocking the shelves. So I'll be doing that. I did that all this week. I'll do it again Friday, go back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and next week. So it was a $9 an hour job. You get paid daily, and it was totally easy. Just went in there, let them know I wanted to apply, and they had me working that day. So very cool. Get some extra cash before Adventureland goes full time. Alright, so I got a question on the specifics of my van. It's a 97 Dodge Ram van 2500. It's the 2500 chassis, but it's got the small V6 engine in it. It's kind of a rare model. They didn't make many of these. I bought it for $1,800. It had 94,000 miles on it, and it currently has 114,000 miles. And I've had it for about 3 years. So I've been real happy with it. I did have quite a few issues. I mentioned a lot of those issues I was having in a lot of my earlier videos, and I never really resolved it. What ended up happening is I needed to replace all of the fuel injectors. They were all basically bad. I was having extreme stalling, backfiring, detonation issues. Actually blew out my muffler and catalytic converter. So it was a real headache getting it diagnosed. I ended up diagnosing and fixing the problem myself, just doing research online. I also replaced the PCM module with the computer. That was a big headache figuring out that that was bad. So between the injectors and the computer module, it's been running great. So yeah, been real happy with the van. Okay, so I got a question about the storage underneath my bed. A viewer wanted to see what it looks like with my back doors open. So we'll show that here, what it looks like, the crates that I have underneath the bed. Got a pretty good amount of storage, basically the whole area under the bed. I have crates and a couple Rubbermaid totes. And I have my gas grill under there, so I'll show you that here. Alright, so this is my storage area under the bed here. I have these storage totes that I got from Walmart. There are 3 of them lined up here. I'm able to fit 3 of them in a row here. These have my various tools and stuff. And in the center section, I have one of these up front, and then behind it I have some stuff stored, a power drill, jumper cables and stuff, and this is my Weber portable propane gas grill. And then I have on this side 2 of these style totes, just 2 of them lined up. And then I also have some areas on the other side of these boards here behind each wheel well, so I'm able to stow some things away there. And this is actually hinged. I can lift this up to access stuff, but because I have this stuff up top, I'm not able to lift it right now. But it originally was set up to be a couch. I rarely do that, but if I didn't have this stuff here, or if I moved it, I could prop it up and use it as a couch. I do have a video on that. I'll put a link in the description for it. But this is my setup here. I do not have my back doors insulated or paneling on them, so I can access the storage here. I may do that one day and just cut a hole, put a little Reflectix in there, but for now it's just still like that. Okay, so the next question I've gotten a few times is, if I had to do this over again, would I go with a bigger rig? Would I go with a Class C motorhome or a Class B or something larger? And the answer is no. I would do this exactly the way I did it. I really feel like this small van with the good gas mileage, it was very inexpensive. I paid $1,800 for it. I was able to completely convert it with solar, fridge, batteries, and everything for under $3,000. So I've only got about $3 grand invested in this. I did have to do a lot of repairs before I hit the road, so I sunk some money into it. But overall, I'm really happy with it. And I definitely would never get a Class C. The only time I would use a Class C is if someone gave it to me. I think they're very poorly designed. I think they're poorly built, extremely overpriced. Just not a fan of Class C motorhomes. No offense to anyone that has one out there. That's just my personal taste. In the future, would I upgrade to anything bigger? If I were to go with something different, I would probably tow a cargo trailer that I've converted into a custom living quarters and tow it with a van so I could have storage in the van and free up as much room possible in the cargo trailer. I think that's a great way to go. I really like custom building things myself, so it's exactly how I want it. Okay, another good question I got is my family supportive of my lifestyle? As far as my parents go, they're very supportive. We've had a few discussions and they definitely think what I'm doing is great. They're glad to see me happy. I'm out here following my dreams and they couldn't want anything more for me. So it's a very good situation. I know a lot of people that pursue lifestyles like this, they get judged and don't have the support of their family. I'm very grateful. My parents, my brother, actually the guy that asked this question in the comment section, my father replied back to his comment personally and expressed that they're definitely supportive, and it was awesome to see my father interact in the comment section. Very cool. So that answers that question. Okay, another question I got was what's this silver box with the antenna? I usually have this antenna up. This is just a little Chinese made radio. I'll give you a closer shot. It's just a little cheap Chinese made. I think I paid $10 for this on eBay. I have speakers connected to it on either side of the van. There's one of the speakers there, the other speaker here, and it has an input on the back so I can plug in my MP3 player or phone, and it has an FM tuner as well as a USB slot and SD card slot so you can play MP3 files through a flash drive or something like that. It's not very powerful, but it powers these speakers I have well, and it's still working. So that's my little stereo system in the van. Okay, so I did get a question on my monthly budget. I covered that in a video. It's titled How Much It Costs Me to Live on the Road. And in that video I did state my monthly budget is around $650. I live very comfortably, I'm very happy, I'm well fed, and I'm able to travel all around as much as I want. That's what it cost me. Also got a question about my food storage. Where do I store my food in the van? So we'll take a look at that here. All right, so for my food storage, I have this area here. In the back area, I keep boxes of stuff like pasta, noodles, and that. And then most of my condiments are up front. I do have to do a little digging, just the way it's designed. If it was like a pull-out drawer or something, of course it would be much easier. But that's my storage area there. Of course, I also have my fridge. I keep all my cold stuff in the fridge. And then the rest of my food, I actually have, like I showed from behind, one of these crates that I can just pull out really easily. This is where I keep all of my canned goods and stuff like that. So I can slide that in and out real easy. Okay, another question I got is what do I do about dental and vision? Insurance, I don't have dental insurance or vision. I have good eyesight. I know the first reaction is as I get older. Someone actually commented, when by the time you hit 40, you're gonna want, I'm actually already 40. I've never had a cavity in my life. I just, I have healthy teeth. I try to take care of them. I have good vision still. If I ever had a dental emergency, I would probably go to Mexico. I am in Arizona in the winters, and that's my plan, to basically spend a lot of time Arizona in the west in the winter months. And it's very easy to go across the border. I know a lot of people that get their dental work done in Mexico. It's very cheap, and they do a good job. There's a lot of very reputable dentists in Mexico, so that's how I would handle that. But no, currently I don't have any of that type of insurance. Alright, so that pretty much wraps it up. That's about all the questions I got. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section of this video. If I get enough, we'll make another video like this. Once again, appreciate you guys watching. Hope everyone's doing good out there, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.